All right, 2014 Honda Accord Hybrid. This thing is due for a sub 4. It just has just over 170,000 kilometers on it. So first things first, let's start taking some connectors off. We're gonna have to remove some of this harness out because there's one bolt back there to get at the valve cover. There's this bolt right here. Right. And yeah, just start taking off your coil packs, and should be pretty simple. There's the high voltage cables. Got to remove. So that's got to come out. Out of that, there's also a engine cover you have to remove, and there's only 4 bolts holding it in. All right. So once you got your ignition coils out, we're gonna remove this part of the box. It makes it easier. It's got 2 clips, and it's held in by these grommets right here. So yeah, like right here and right there. And what that does is I'm going to need to remove this harness out of the way. So you got ground cable that goes onto here, right? And remove this clip. Disconnect the connector for the electric water pump. And I believe this one goes to the AC compressor. And you can just lift it out of the way so you can get your valve cover out. Right, the next thing what you want to do is there's one clip that's attached to the valve cover on the wiring harness, and I just disconnected just to get more slack out of it. And then you got to remove your PCV hose, and then also your fresh air side of the PCV system right here, right on that guy. And yeah, you should just remove the bolts and remove the valve cover now. On this side, there's the clip that holds this part in, and there's also one bolt. I can show you one bolt. That's right there. It comes out, and this thing can just move out of the way just to get this one bolt on the valve cover. All right, all the bolts are removed, and let's see what it looks like underneath. Oh, maybe I need 2 hands for this. Am I gonna need 2 hands for this? Oh yeah, maybe. There we go. Nope, I got it. Oh yeah, look at that. Looks really clean. All right, so this one, we are only adjusting the intake. And interesting enough, for this one, the reason why we're only doing the intake is the exhaust side, they are roller or hydraulic rollers. Interesting, isn't it? So yeah, just the intake side we're adjusting, and of course the intake side has the VTEC and also the electronic VVT. So yeah, the spec for the intake side will be 0.18 to 0.22. So we're gonna go in between and pick the 0.20. And yeah, so how to set up your marks. You got your marks right here, right? And it says up, so that will be cylinder 1. You're gonna line up this thing with pretty much this guide up here. And yeah, as you rotate, there's gonna be numbers indicating which cylinder it will be. So 1, 3, 4, 2 as you rotate. And how I rotate my engine, I just put a ratchet wrench on this crank. You just gotta remove the coolant bottle, and yeah, you can just rotate it this way. Or if you want, you can take out the front wheel and go through the wheel well. All right, so once you're done your valve adjustment, you need a 14mm spark plug socket to remove these spark plugs. And while you're at it and you had your valve cover off, you replace the valve cover gasket and also the spark plug tube seals. These nuts are 7mm. So yeah, after that's all done, just clean up your surface, put some silicone here, silicone over there. Hope that focuses. There's also silicone back at that corner, if you can see it. Yeah, right there. And also silicone on this side. And yeah, make sure you just clean all the surfaces and put the valve cover back on, and yeah, everything is reverse order of installation. All right, so when you put the valve cover back on, when you tighten the bolts down, the torque specs are 5 foot-pounds, and you do it in a crisscross pattern and also in 2 stages. So you're doing it twice, just so everything's all even, because once you run down the middle and you run on the other, the center bolts will loosen up, so that's why you do it a second time. And then the torque specs for the spark plugs, they're 16 foot-pounds. All right, so I hope you liked the video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Please like and subscribe.